Buc-ee's is making moves to solidify its footprint in Oak Creek. State property records show the company purchased the property off I-94 and Elm Road. City leaders unanimously approved the project last week. Jeff Leonard is the vice president of the National Association of Convenience Stores. Jeff, good to have you with us. What do you make? Since the announcement of this plan in Oak Creek for Buc-ee's, which has been very popular across the country, there was a lot of pushback in Oak Creek from residents who live near where this site is going to be. What do you make of such strong opposition to a store like this?
Well, first off, I compliment the organizing of the stories. You went from the Bucks to Buc-ee's, so nice transition there. When you have new stores, there tends to be opposition from people that just may not like change. There may be some other reasons involved. I can't speak for those reasons, but in general, the best course of action for businesses is communicate about what the store means, how many jobs it's going to bring, what's it's going to do in taxes. And the best you can do is just hope that your over communication can address some of these concerns that anybody raises.
Have you seen similar opposition in other areas where Buc-ee's has made its footprint?
I think it's really difficult to not find a new building being built of any kind without some sort of opposition from someone. So, it's NIMBY, not in my backyard. So there's always concerns from somebody about something, whether it's going to change, basic daily life or whatever it is. But usually what I hear is when a new Buc-ee's goes in, the town's pretty excited about it.
And there's been some recent reporting from our partners at BizTimes Milwaukee saying 85% of customers at Buc-ee's come from outside that particular store's local area. What makes it such a tourist hotspot?
What Buc-ee's excels at is creating the destination that you didn't know you wanted. Because generally they're located when somebody's traveling a distance, several hours. And usually the things you don't want to do, you don't want to stop and get gas. You don't want to stop and use the restrooms. You don't want to lose time by buying food or something like that. Buc-ee's has totally changed that equation. When you stop there, you're probably committed to a half hour. You're going to use these amazing bathrooms. You're going to fill up. You're going to spend some money on food and probably some merch. So it's a different sort of experience, and traditional retail, traditional convenience retailing is in and out in 4 minutes. This is probably, if you're lucky, in and out in a half hour.
And the new store is expected to employ about 175 people. What's the typical economic impact when Buc-ee's sets up shop?
I don't have access to they're privately traded, so I don't have access to how much money they generate, taxes, etc. But it is considerable. It is money that comes into tax coffers, pays for a lot of things within the town, and it also just creates the excitement that you hear people say, "Oh, that's the place with a Buc-ee's," and that usually carries some value too.
And suddenly, I am craving brisket. Jeff Leonard, Vice President of the National Association of Convenience Stores. Thanks again for your time here this afternoon.
Thank you.